Ice Beats, you too lit.
Me don't know say man a legend. On Point was a hit in 2016.
Yeah.
What a time to be alive. To see that it's still banging till now. But then let's get into you, because On Point was like a secular record, more like an up-tempo record for the clubs or the DJs to spin, and that was exactly what happened with it.
Yeah.
But then you also contributed as like part of like a different culture entirely. Like when it comes to like hip hop music, when it comes to trap. You're like a figurehead for the culture. You kind of like, I've seen the way you've moved around with a lot of the youngins, and you're like an inspiring figure, always trying to put people on. And there are a lot of people who are up right now that I know that you personally mentored them when they were like still trying to come up. How did you move from, because I know you were a rapper before, but moving from songs like On Point to moving into trap, and not just like trap like rapping, but trap like lifestyle, like you really embody that trap thing. And I like to think of you as one of the biggest figures of Igbo rap, when you really Igbo trap, when you really come to think about it. So tell me, where did this Igbo trap thing really come from?
This whole trap thing has always been there. You feel me? It's just that nobody paid attention to it. That's what I felt. Right. So when we were coming to the scene, I was listening to lots of people. I felt like this is the change. Like, people have to understand what trap is about. Most people talk about trap, they don't know what this trap is about.
Tell us.
In like overseas, if you're talking about trap, all these trap records is always about people trapping, people selling drugs, guys selling drugs, making money, guys pimping girls, making money, guys
getting the bag.
But then selling drugs,
mostly in an illegal way. Mostly drugs.
Selling crack, selling cocaine, all these things is trap. So now, in our own sense, we trap different, because even Future and everybody, they don't sell drugs. They talk more about taking the drugs than selling it, and they are still trapping, right? So I guess the sound is trap. But then what made ours trap is because we started talking about the street, and we started talking about the real things people are doing in the street. Not just about people being gangsters and everything, but we started talking about what boys were doing with laptops and stuff.
And getting bags of it.
You feel me? Yes, that was that money-making music. So when I came in the game, I just wanted to rap. But they told me that wasn't it. We had to make hit records, get be played mainstream and all that. So that's how I made that On Point. But I always had all those most of the trap songs and everything, gangster rap songs. I had many of them.
Stacked up.
I was making songs every day.
So now, you have this record. You've always been a rapper. You came back into the rap scene. You started, talk about money-making music. You feel me? Now, it went beyond you. You feel me? Now, money-making music is what I think Jerick is known for right now. And I know personally that you have a really, close relationship with Jerick, even way before. I remember, early in the day, you're one of the first people who told me about, Jerick, now to listen and, check the guy out, So, what was it like, meeting Jerick? What was your relationship with him like? Like, even guys like Nagoro Banks, what's your touch with these youngins? Moek, I see how you move with them. How do you move around with these youngins? How do you, mentor them?
Okay.
To say.
Jerick, Jerick's story is different. Like, that's my little bro. That's my brother, like my mother's kid, you feel me? So I met Jerick around 2018 or 2017. Just a young boy trying to, there was so much love. I was always seeing his name on my post though. But then, he had so much love to give, he was willing to, So, but then I was just watching from a distance, and then I and my friend wanted to start a label, JME, Jungle Music Empire. So somehow, my friend now told me about Jerick again. You feel me? That he met the boy, he likes the boy. So what do I think? I said, let's start this label with Jerick. So that's how we signed Jerick out first. You understand?
So you had signed Jerick at first. You and your guy
under
started a label and signed Jerick. So he was like sort of your artist. Tell me more.
So that was where the whole thing started, right? So from Jerick, that's how I now knew all these other young men. But I knew Aguero from. He was writing me also. I've forgotten. He was writing me. That's how I knew him. And then when I wanted to do my school tour, he told me he was the DOS or something. So I said, okay. I now handed the tour over to him in Ebony. I think Funai, that was the school he went to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Talking about your school tour, man. I remember that your school tour was epic. My God. You know, I think I get it now when people call us OGs.
Yeah,
I think I get it now.
Yeah.
Because we kind of created this, blueprints.
Yeah.
And at that time, nobody was doing this thing. Nobody was doing school tours at the time.
Nobody was doing school tours.
Artists in the city doing school tours, going to as far as Funa. Because I remember...
Ask yourself, which artists were in the city?
What year was this again?
2019.
2019. And we had DJ Rain and I, my former partner, we finished our radio show, and he had gone first, and I'd driven down to Funai to experience that your school performance, your campus tour, and it was a crazy thing, a crazy experience. I remember Tidings was there. God bless his soul.
So yeah, he was there.
Yeah, and that was a moment for the culture, because you were doing it without anybody from outside of the city.
Outside of the city,
and we had the school on lock. Yeah, we had a few challenges that night, but we still had the school on lock. Now these days you have artists doing school tours, you feel me?
Yeah,
we started this piece. I remember when I did the Party Animal campus tour years ago, and it was a mad thing. Yeah. So now you run, a school tour in Funai.
Yeah.
Tell me about that, getting into like campuses, and even at that time, I think Agoro Banks was the guy organizing the show.
Yeah.
Did you think that this guy
could handle it?
Yeah.
The thing is, I have a thing, I believe people. I'm a very spiritual person, right? I believe energy is contagious, right?
Yeah.
If I look at a person, if I just spend the time with a person, I can just chat with you. From the energy you give, I'll know how to follow you. And then, what I focus on more is hunger. I focus on people that are hungry, people that want it.
Yeah.
Not about who can do it.
Yeah.
It's about people that want it. So when I saw Jerry, I knew he wanted it. He wanted to learn. He wanted to, you understand? He wanted to do this. He could go back to the studio 10 times if you ask him to go back to the studio. You feel me? I handed it over to Aguri. He said he was the DOS. He was in charge of socials and everything.
Let me ask you, in all honesty, did he deliver?
No, he didn't. He didn't, because we are meant to use a smaller hall, right?
Yeah, I remember.
Yes, we were meant to use a smaller hall.
We went to almighty hall.
Yes, he didn't tell us that the school, they were having their end of semester show that day. Like what is it called? This SUG.
Just carry ourselves from Enugu, they go Abakaliki.
Bro, me and Jerry went there one day, we had a meeting with him. I saw the hunger in his eye. He was telling me that he can deliver, man. I looked at the
But that's the hustle still.
Yeah, for real, I looked at the young man. I believed him. I said, okay, I believe you. Fast forward that day, man, we came, and DJ Ren too did his own part, but then we are all naive about the whole thing. No sponsor, no event planner. We were just doing it by ourselves. Setting the stage, setting the lights and everything. He didn't deliver, but at least he performed one full album. Bro, he had
the longest set.
Bro, yeah, he did his thing. I saw this homie was just trying to do his thing. This guy don't even give a fuck about us for real. But then
something I just wanted to speak to you about is Tidings. I'd like to take a moment to just a moment on this podcast, just a moment of silence for Tidings before we get into that conversation. Yeah, so I remember when Tidings passed, and for a long time, his picture was always on your DP for almost a year.
Yeah, for up to a year. I changed it when he got a year and a month or so.
Yeah, what was your relationship with Tidings when he was alive? One, and how did that passing hit you? Because I've been watching the city and we've just been moving. I remember when Mobad passed and we had the whole crusade. People,
Crazy.
Walking on the street for Mobad in Enugu. I'm like, bro, y'all don't really know that guy. To be honest,
Crazy.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So when Tidings passed, it broke my heart that nothing much was happening. Yeah. I'm not faulting anybody, because I'm a part of the system too.
Yeah, for real.
You feel me? Mm-hmm. But I like that you took a moment when you're performing. I think it was at the Jerry concert or Roadblock to
I've done it in many shows.
In many concerts, you do that when you perform, like, you know, put your lights up for Tidings and things like that. How did that death hit you, and what was your relationship with him, and how did the news of the death hit you as, you know, as a person?
Man, it's crazy. Tidings, okay, I knew Tidings, you know, from the game, you know, Jungle City. They said they wanted to sign an artist, you know, I met them. Okay, we were supposed to sign the deal. Then they changed their mind, something. My guy was confusing them. The person that introduced me to them was claiming he was Quincy to them before they now. So it was conflicting. So they now had to go with Tidings. So when they now...
Too many dirty things were happening in the game back
for
then.
real, yeah. So they now signed Tidings. That's how I met Tidings. He was doing his thing, you know, but then when I met him, like, you know, not trying to take anything away from him, like, you know, I told him, like, there is a way I felt like he could still do his thing and still, you feel me? So that's how, you know, we became friends. Because, you know, he believed me, like, I told him, like, do this like this, he will listen. And then shout out to Ben Jams too, he was always there, you feel me? So when he made his record, you know, he has a label that was sponsoring him. Me, I was in the label, they weren't doing
Not for you.
Yeah, so he was really putting out the trap P, you know, we were sharing ideas and all. So, but then our relationship wasn't all that rosy. You feel me? We had issues at some point. You know, the game can be competitive, and then sometimes some people overthink things. You know? So, but then one crazy thing is that there is never a way I would expect him to die.
Yeah.
Right? So, I wasn't talking to him for a while. He was always sharing broadcasts to me. This is a crazy story. He was always sharing broadcasts to me. And then, you know, I don't like those type of stuff. I'll be like, yo, homie,
I go block you.
like, stop sending this, I'll block you, bro.
Yeah, I know how you can
then
do.
next thing, he still send that stuff to me, and I don't like it. So I blocked him on my WhatsApp.
Oh, you did block him?
Yeah, for real. You know how I block everybody. I don't like that stuff. Just like streaking me on Snapchat. I'll just block you, right? So
Even when it's strict moods?
No, once you streak boobies, if you streak me, listen. If you streak me, booty, anything sexy, like, I don't get mad. Yeah, but once you streak me rubbish, finish eating ofegus, you are streaking me on hand saying done and dusted. Are you mad? That's that. I just block
you
everybody.
actually block
like,
it.
for real. So, but then that's how I blocked you. Then, funny enough, T came to my mind one day like that, right? And then all of a sudden, he posted a video. He posted a video where he was vibing to... Which song was that? I think that Beast, the song we did together, right?
Yeah.
He was vibing to it, but then he posted it with his label page. So I now reposted it and wrote Trap Lord T, right?
Yeah.
I reposted it then. So crazy story, bro. After reposting that stuff, I now came and unblocked him on WhatsApp, right? So I was watching his story. He was posting stuff, all those write-ups that he was posting before he died, right? So in my mind, I thought, because there was a time I was writing stuff and I would screenshot them and post them. He would be asking me on my WhatsApp, how do I even do all this thing? He might be laughing at some that are funny, but then we're always having a good conversation.
Yeah.
You understand? So when I saw him writing those stuff, I felt maybe he was trying to do that type of stuff. That's his business, right? So he now followed me on IG, he liked my post and followed me. I now liked his post and followed him back, right? So we did not talk. But, you know, that was it. Good faith, right?
Yeah.
Then I was just, one night like that, somebody just called me. That wasn't even long after this thing I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, like getting back together, refollowing each other, blocking each other. Yeah.
The next thing, somebody called me. That was lead director Lee. He called me at night, I think around 3, or is it 4? I forgot. He called me and said, Q. I said, that was the first time Lee called me Q.
Yeah.
He's called me OG. He said, Q. I was like, hey. He said, what's up? He said, Q. See how the hear with you up. I said, waiting be that. I liked the tension in his voice. He said, come man, that's what I didn't say if you go. I was like, what? Bro, I tell him to make him fine. I don't confirm anything. I called Ben Jams 2 times. He didn't pick up. So Ben Jams called me back in the morning. Immediately Ben Jams called me around 6 or so. Immediately I picked the call. Ben Jams said, I said, what you're hearing is the truth, bro. That was crazy. I couldn't believe it, bro. Like,
I remember how I felt,
that shit sent shivers down my spine.
Yeah.
You know, and then I remember when he was asking me, you know, he said we should do an EP, right? But then I was going through a lot, especially with all those labels, P and everything. I wasn't disposed. You know, he was comfortable. Label gave him a house and everything. Me, I was just out there in the street. You feel me? So people thought it was bed of roses for me. You understand? So I wasn't in that. We are in the same frame. We didn't have the same frame of mind or whatever. So it's crazy.
So now, man.
So
you never made that EP.
We never made that EP.
I think it's a big loss to the game.
Yeah, it's a big loss to the game for real, because we would have went crazy on it.
Yeah.
We talked about it.
Because I remember like
never did
the EP he had released before his part. I think the last EP he had done was 777 billion EP.
Yeah.
And I think that was Tidings' best outing on the tape.
That tape was crazy.
It was hard, and I was trying to warm up to this guy. Like, yes, Tidings is now ripening. So when I saw his life got cut short like that, it hit me differently as a creative. Like, you might just work so hard for so long,
and then just for nothing.
It can be taken away from you. Like just
it's crazy
like that.
how he died. Many people were saying he died from drug overdose.
Nobody really knows what happens.
No, but he Tidings was having maniac episodes, right? Like, I don't know. I'm not even supposed to be talking about it, but then he kind of was trying to break his door with his leg, right? So his ankle now broke, right? Like, he broke out from the skin, right? So blood was gushing out. So they now rushed him to the hospital. Before they got to the hospital, there were too many loss of blood. They came into the hospital. The hospital, which place did they go to? They said they should take him to Yaba Left or something. They now went to that place. They now came back. You know, he lost lots of blood. They were attending to him. He
no emergency care.
Yeah, like I don't, he didn't die then. I think maybe I can't remember how the story ended, but then I think his dad was there already before he died. Maybe his dad he's finished having his baits, or they were trying to feed him or something before he now collapsed. So that's just what I heard. You know, broken leg.
That kind of changed the way a lot of us.
Yeah, it changed a lot. It changed.
Saw the game.
Because it was really,
woke us up to the fact that you know this can actually happen to us too.
For real, I was shocked. I was like, from nowhere, bro. From
man,
nowhere,
God bless
bro.
his soul.
Man, God bless his soul, bro.
Now moving on to you, like as an artist, like you're one of the very few Igbo rappers who I feel like transcended the sound and evolved it, like, you know, that evolution of sound that a genre requires. I think you've been able to bend it a lot of times from Igbo rap to Igbo trap to Igbo drill and back to Igbo trap and, you know, Yonkwa. You have all of those sounds, you know, at your fingertips. When you think about like Igbo rap, who are the figures that come to your head?
Igbo rap?
Yes.
Actually, it's a lot of figure that come to my head, but most times I like to think from a layman perspective, right?
Yeah.
You know, most people don't even know the difference between trapping and rapping, even though they are the same thing, but they are not quite the same thing.
Yeah.
Right? Because most rappers can trap.
Yes.
You feel me? And most rappers can rap. You understand? So you have to know how to really rap to be able to rap and then trap.
Yeah.
You understand?
I'd like to approach you from, first off, who were the people that inspired you? Who were the first Igbo rappers you grew up, you know, listening to?
Okay, I grew up listening to Nigaro, of course.
Yeah.
Nigaro was the first Igbo rapper I heard. Yeah. I think. You know, I can't be so sure, but I can remember the first time I heard
I'm certain.
Nigaro.
For me, it was the first one.
I didn't even know.
I wasn't even in East at the time.
Yeah, I was in school then, so it was during all those nights, gala nights, the seniors were performing. I heard the song, I thought it was the senior song. Excuse me. Then after that, I now noticed it wasn't his. There was a guy called Nigaro. That's how I found out about him. But then growing up, towards my senior secondary, I was already listening to MC Loaf. Right? You Bliss was doing his thing.
MC Loaf, God rest his soul.
Yeah, God bless his soul, MC Loaf. MC Loaf, I listened to his rap more because I liked the way he was combining English and his Igbo, right? He was killing it. And somehow in MC Loaf's song, he said he was the one that started Igbo rap. So there's
that conversation, there's that argument. Some people say it's MC Loaf, some people say it's Nigaro.
He said in his song, he said, let me begin Igbo rap for this industry. I'm not gonna lie, inside people go testify, you know, that type stuff.
Yeah.
You know? So I heard this in his song. That song is not popular. That was his last album, Put Your Hands Up. So I listened to MC Loaf very well. If you hear MC Loaf's song, right, you understand where I'm coming from. You know, so he's apart from the Osundio Wendy, he was trying to make hit records too.
Yeah,
but
so
then for his rap songs, it was
Nigga Raw,
crazy.
MC Love, who else?
Yeah, they got MC Love, Slow Dog too.
Slow Diggy.
Slow Dog, like, let me tell you something. I have to tell you this story, bro.
Please.
When how I saw Slow Dog, there was this place that we go to lesson, right? 6th Avenue Primary School. You know, we would go to lesson at that place. So now, this lesson is opposite to one tall building like this, right? In that building, that's where they had Veto Edge Studios. I didn't know. So I was outside, I was standing outside the lesson premises one boy one day, then one car stopped, somebody came down, you know. One guy, he was fat, not like fat, but he was like Ball, yeah, wearing big polo, big trouser. His trouser was under his his
Slides.
you know. He was matching on the trouser.
Yeah,
he was wearing socks. He was carrying muffler. The guy was just walking down. My guy was shouting, "Snow Dog, Snow Dog!" Bro, one man. I said, "Who be this guy?"
This is the era when idols were idols,
Yes,
man.
bro, I didn't know him, bro. But the way that guy was shouting, I thought he was Snow Dog, like snow.
Yeah.
Not like slow,
Yeah,
right?
he was
so I
slow,
thought it was
bro.
snow. I was like, oh, this guy be like Snow Dog. Maybe like all those Ajibo dogs where they walk out for snow. But then there was how he carved his hair, right?
Yeah.
That guy was not telling me, don't I know this song? I want to know. Like that, I go see Slow Dog. I go hear like, Slow Dog, Slow Dog. Next thing you tell me to come. Like that, Slow Dog called me one day. Me and him were talking, we were walking down the street. I was still in JS3. Before you knew, I was in SS1.
You were in JS3 rolling with Slow Dog.
That shit was crazy. I was in SS1. Then Slow Dog was telling me, Slow Dog, that bro, do you know how young I was coming to the studio? Slow Dog would tell you I listened to all these hit songs before it dropped. Bro, life is crazy.
What?
I listened to all those Who Get That Bye Bye and a song. I'll be in the studio with Slow. I'll come there. They won't even let you inside Veto Edge. If you knock on Veto Edge door, they'll open that peephole and they'll look and be like, yo, what's up? What are you looking for? You know that type of stuff.
So
right?
how are you getting in?
Now once I come there, I say, because you know, okay now.
Hey.
Okay, is Slow Dog. Now that's what Slow told me. Slow said if I come there, she say I'm his cousin, but I'm not his cousin for real. That was how I was getting into the studio. I'll just come there, I'll be wild. So almost every song I heard,
it's safe to say Slow Dog put you on game.
like brought me to the
Studio game,
Like
yes.
when I saw Bro, I went crazy. For real, Slow is a real one. Like that man just loved me for no reason. Like he don't even know me.
Yeah.
I was just telling him. Do you know the craziest thing? Like I like giving people their props. I know he might not even remember. Slow Dog asked me when I told him I like music, because I'm not the type of person to rush anybody. I gave him time.
Yeah.
I gave him time. And I noticed that this guy liked me. My mom was making calls then, all those business center then, so I'll just use her phone to call Slow Dog. He would answer, say, how far can one? Gabino, I've been guy saying, hi guy, my heart to say so more. How this guy like me? You know that type of shit that we just they pull up on Slow, crazy times, right?
Man. So you're going to the studio. You used to go to meet him at the what's the name of the studio again? Veto Edge studio.
That's the Quincy studio. The Quincy, yes. I remember the first time I came
Is
in
it
there.
the one at C2C?
No,
Where was this?
No. This one is at 6th Avenue.
That's before he moved to C2C.
Yes, that was where I saw everybody. Do you know it's crazy because every song I heard in that studio was a hit song. That made me feel like everybody you see in the studio, like all the songs they're recording are going to be hits.
Yeah.
So I had this my jota, bro. I'll come to the studio, I'll be taking people's number, thinking that everybody's song is hit song. But bro,
Some people that
I get two guys who come twin, they draw tattoo guy, man. They say they come from PH. If you hear their song, I say, God, these guys go blow for an eye. I collect their number.
man, that's the game.
I ain't heard
That's
that.
the game. Not everybody's cut out to make
They
it.
made it so easy, right?
Yeah.
That's how I thought it was. Like everybody's song was like that. Every song I heard them play was a hit.
Yeah, that's crazy. So I mean, like you said, you were listening to Migaro, MC Love, Slow Dog. Who else?
Crazy part is I was listening to more of
Foreign
music.
raps.
Yes,
that's fair enough.
I just know how to, merge words. I know how to do that.
Something I wanted to talk to you about.
I know how to play with words.
You do. I feel like I've been in the studio with you. I think you know how to make hooks very easily. You're easy with the hooks. You know how to write real stories, and not everybody can tell real stories. That's what we're lacking in the game these days.
Yeah,
That's what I think the trap took out of the game.
Yeah.
So trap came and everybody started telling these trap stories, and we forgot about telling real stories. Yeah. So when I listen to you rapping Igbo, I still hear someone tell real stories, and that's refreshing. So I must give you your flowers for that. You're one of the best to hold the MC or hold the MIC. I must say, enough respect. But then, aside from you telling real stories in your records, you are one artist that has kept your fans waiting for the longest. I mean, for someone who spanned a career this long, I think we don't have enough Quincy tapes.
Yeah, for
and I know, and I know it's not because of the lack of records, for sure. I know you had your first tape El Pablito in 2019.
Yeah.
And that was the first mixtape in Igbo rap. That was actually a mixtape, right? And that was it was revolutionary. After that, a lot of rappers started doing EPs, mixtape. It was no longer about just albums anymore.
Yeah, and he started slow rap too.
Slow rap, yes.
Yeah, the first track on the tape, right?
Yeah. El Pablito was banging, and it took a lot of years till like 2023 before you tell them, you drop the tape, while you wait, listen to this. Like, while I wait, nigga,
you've been waiting.
I've been waiting for years, bro.
Like, it's not like that. It's not like
it took another 2 years for you to drop Sorry for the Wait. I mean, I think you should have said Sorry for the Wait before While You Wait, listen to this, but what do I know? So, I mean, like, what's really been happening with, like, this space in dropping? It's not as if you've not had hit singles. You had hit singles like, Way Forward, Low Key. You've been dropping the singles, but with the tapes, you've been kind of slow with them. Is it deliberate or is it just...
I won't lie to you, bro. I won't lie to you. Like, anything, if I don't tell you this right now, if I don't say it now, that means I'm lying, bro. You feel me? Like, 2018 was when I put out Slay Mama, right?
Yeah.
That was like my last hit, like, dance song hit, right? So that was the last one. That was the year everything was going good, like, whoa, boy, we are living a life. But then I was supposed to put out that EP that year. That my mixtape El Pablito, right? I was supposed to put it out that year, but then I haven't said this anywhere though. I'm just saying for the first time. Then my only sis had an accident, right? Like they bought a car. She and her best friend, they bought one Highlander like that. So they were driving in Apapa in Lagos. It was foggy somehow. So imagine a Highlander going under a truck, right? So my sister almost lost her life. All her bones were broken.
Whoa.
Like, they said they were going to cut her leg. So, bro, that was when I thought, like, I had real money and we were getting real money. But then that was when I noticed that money wasn't really a thing, right?
Yeah.
Because I wasn't going to church like that again. But the day I got the call, I was in the church. So somebody called me and said, yo, something happened, and then told me that my sister had an accident. I was shocked. You feel me? I said, maybe God saved that because I went to church that day, right?
Yeah.
So she was in a coma for up to 1 month. So if I tell you about the
life
money,
support,
and then her best friend, the family, they weren't having. So it now fell on us. And then when you have a brother like Quincy, what do you expect? And then my big brother, you feel me? My dad.
So we're sorting the bills for herself and her best friend.
Yeah, and it was crazy, bro. Like, if you didn't insist, they would have amputated my sister, like the two of them. They had 2 legs, but we didn't agree to that. So we had to move her from hospital to hospital, bro. What was holding I'll show you the picture later on. What was holding my sister's leg was just maybe like this.
Damn.
Like the right thing was to cut it off, but then we didn't agree to that. And the doctor was crazy. He now told me, do you know what? All those big shoes that if they, after a surgery, somebody's leg will be shorter, right? The person will have to be a big shoe, right? The doctor now told me that's what he's going to do. I said, no. The doctor now told me, okay, what if he knocks off this size and knock off this side? Then my sister will now go down like this.
What?
Bro, but then I was talking to that nigga on the phone. I went crazy. I was like, who is this madman? Bro, we had to move. Bro, we are moving. It was somebody in orthopedic that now told us, a doctor, that now said he has his own clinic, that we should come there. The clinic was dope as fuck. But then the money, bro, we are paying like 120K for my sister's antibiotic. One in the morning and one another 60K. I'm telling you, as of 2018, right? And then we are paying for the best friend too. So that's like 240K alone on antibiotics a day. I'm telling you, like, they were in coma for like 1 month.
240K a day.
I'm telling you, bro. Just for antibiotics, not on every other thing. Not on, bro.
Man, that must have had a toll on your account.
Yeah, like minus my account, it had a toll on my life. Like I felt like shit. I was just busy fighting for fame, money, and all this, and then I almost lost my sis. And then I think maybe, I even have all this money. I can't beg people online. I can't come and post because it was so gruesome. If I posted it, people would go crazy. They would have, but why would I do that? So, and then, we were hot in the streets.
Yeah.
And we were getting money and all that. There wasn't any reason why I should
do that.
Yeah, but bro, boy, did I go bankrupt. That shit felt like, you think maybe, bro, you know that money is going steady every day before I wake up. Like, if I wake up late, before I wake up, I already have plenty calls. I have to return calls and say, sorry. My bro wasn't in the country. He was in Turkey. One of my bro was there. The other one is in Dubai. Then the one that was with them, already, bro, he was the one moving around, running, and that was in Lagos. Crazy.
Yeah, I think I can understand.
That stuff, it slowed me down. The urge went away. That's why I didn't drop that El Pablito into 18, right? 2019, I had to come to it, I had to come to it, I had to do it because I like this. And then people are always asking me to put out. So I said, let me put out a mixtape, right? Let me put out this mixtape and then put out an album. Then I put out that mixtape again, but then I wasn't feeling myself. You feel me? I was getting shows, outside the country and all that. I went to a few places, and then the urge wasn't there again.
You were enjoying the game.
Yeah, like, I don't know, that's the first time. If you tell me about PTSD, right? I like my sis so much. Like, I love my sis so much because we went to the same school, we were in the same department, the same class. People thought we were twins, but then she's my direct elder sis, right? So, and then there's no other girl in the family, of course. So we're like best of friends. So I was like going crazy. What if she was with me? What if she was always, that type of stuff always going through my head, Like, and then whenever maybe she called me, man, tears would drop from my eye, even though that type of stuff.
I can't even imagine, man.
It messed me up. But then, like, it's not something I can just bring out there. Yeah, and that's how and then
you dealt with that in private.
Yeah, and then my friends started, when you're going through some kind of things, you now see who your real friends are. So some of my friends started acting funny and stuff. So I had to isolate. That's how my isolation started. That's just how I just went in. You feel me? But then I was still working with my young homies on the low.
Yeah.
You feel me? So Jericho was still working with J-Swag, because J-Swag was also one of us in the JME label that I told you about. We're like a family. You feel me? Like, we're like a family. Like, when I tell you family, like, I have videos of us, because I know how to document some stuff that I haven't even shown anybody. Videos that they'll bring it out, they'll go crazy. When everything didn't make no sense, I'm the type of guy, like, I don't see things for what they are, I see them for what they could be. You feel me? So when I look at somebody, I look at this person, I see how hard they are going, and I see this person, you have to be flexible. Once I notice you're flexible, you're good to go. For me, I don't know for another person, I'm not God, right? But what I'm saying is this, But
how you feel right now? How you feel about Jerick? Seeing, like, you saw it for... Like, saw it when it was nothing. Like, you saw it for what it could be. And back to back, this guy has sold out stadiums, 20,000, 30,000 capacity. He's done Okpara Square, he's done Enugu, he's done Onitsha. He's literally one of the hottest rappers in the country right now.
For real.
How you feel? Like, I mean, it's literally I feel like it has to be a proud moment for you.
Yeah, for real. Like, you already know how I feel about that young man. If you that's my bro. Like, that's my brother, like my brother is. My brother, like my mother's kid. You feel me? So, like, he's winning, I'm winning. Like, we stay in places, we chill in some kind of places that I'll look at, yo, we are here because of you. It's not like you're here because of me now. You feel me? Because back in the day, we are coming because of me. But now we are coming because of you.
That's deep,
bro. That's deep. And then it's crazy. Sometimes they remind me things I told them because... when I'm in my zone, I tell you some stuff I might not remember. Yeah. But then that's some real spiritual shit I'll just tell you. So they remind me of some stuff I say, I always talked about moments like this. You feel me? That is crazy, man. Sometimes I can't even go in details, I remember after the first show, the first sold out show, what is it called?
Jericho.
Last year, the first show in Onitsha.
Yeah.
The one went in Onitsha, right?
Yeah.
You know this one, the one that happened in Enugu was scheduled to happen at
Okpara Square.
Yeah. But
And
then they
moved
now
to
switched
stadium.
it to stadium. Yes, that happened in a space of 10 days or so, right? So, man, we are just all sitting down talking about, are you sure we should go on with this or should we scrap this? Call it a year already with their last one that they did in Onitsha, bro. Like I said, you know, like I told you back then, I insisted, bro. You feel me? I insisted because, bro, I've seen you do this. You know, you might not know what you can do, right? But they always need somebody
to
that was
push
like,
you.
bro, you did this. I told Funky, you know, I told Funky,
big shout
bro.
out to Funky, man.
Big
Funky
shout out to
Fogging.
DJ Funky. I told Funky, bro, this thing can happen, bro. This thing can happen. Tell people to come out. This is Jerry, bro. People will come out. They say this person will do this person. I say, bro, everybody is a star.
Yeah.
You know, but then we have superstars. There are stars that shine different.
Yeah.
Right? You feel me? Even diamonds. You have VVS, you have VVS1, you have lots of these things, right? So, but then this boy is a superstar, and this boy is God's chosen. Like, I've always known that boy to be blessed, bro. Because everything I did with him, everything I've ever done with him, that I can't talk about, everything I've ever done with him, shit, like, was successful. Like, he's all about that paper, man, and he's a go-getter. Like, if he say, I'm going to do this,
he does it.
Yeah, for real. You know?
I mean, like, I think Jerick is an inspiration and a blessing to
like
his generation.
A very big inspiration.
Sure. And he's been able to single-handedly put the city on the map again.
Yeah, for real. Like, you don't understand. When I come to some of these young niggas, right? Maybe we're in Lagos and then some of these guys come around, you know, we're talking and we're vibing. Then some of them might say, yo, I used to know you back in the day. But then you have to remember, like, you used to know me back in the day, right? But then I'll be like, yo, yeah, that's back in the day. But right now, we are here talking not because of me, but because of my young nigga.
Yeah.
You feel me? So there were lots of people I used Jerick as an example. One crazy thing is this, right? One crazy thing that you have to notice is this. When I went to Lagos and I saw that when they ask you about people back home, you know, I hated the way they talked about back home, right? Most of our Igbo rappers, once they come to Lagos, they try to de-Igbo-lize themselves. You understand? I call it de-Igbo-lization. You understand? Yes, now they'll try to de-Igbo-lize themselves. Like, you come to where an Igbo man is, like, yo, like, you know, you try to talk to him like normal Kiwi now, those kind of people, he starts speaking pidgin for you. But then that same homie, you sit down there, Yoruba man, like, big shout out to my Yoruba brothers, because I have lots of Yoruba friends and all, you know, I love their food. Shout out Real One is a Yoruba boy, you know, so, but what I'm saying is the fact they'll come, they'll speak their dialect, you feel me? Like, they will bond, but then our own people will try to de-Igbo-lize themselves. So whenever they talk about the industry back home, it was as if there was no industry back home. Just what I'm trying to say. So when they talk about industry back home, our own people were making it so cool.
They were selling us shorts.
Yeah, our own people were making it so cool to not be in the city. Right? Like, if you want to be cool in the eyes of the masses and everything, you have to be in Lagos. You have to be in Lagos, right? So that's where this stuff now came in. That's what I capitalized on. Because my movement with them, I confirmed that most of them don't even go to shows in Lagos, except maybe they are going for a comedy show and they are going to show love because the comedian is not going to pay them.
For sure.
They are going to show love. Or maybe they are going for a birthday bash, all these big Igbo men that have money. Or maybe it's a wedding, which are rare, but boys, they do wedding, sure. You don't understand? But then, most of their money, or say maybe companies, right? You know, but in recent years, there's been a decline in all these activations, right? But then most of their shows, they be for the East.
From the East still. You understand? I'm talking about the biggest artists.
I'm telling, not all of them.
Top of the tops.
All of them.
Top of the tops.
So now, what I now checked is this. Since they are not letting me in here in Lagos,
let's go to
and they are now trying to make it look like there is no industry back home. But then we are the industry, and we are not back home. We are in Lagos, bro. I was just thinking, what if somebody just come with money now and dump money into Enugu now? Boom, they'll just take over Enugu. You'll be in Lagos and I'll be looking at. Bro, it could have happened. There were plenty of chances. Just that people are like fucking myopic, bro. If people were actually thinking and facing the facts,
it's word.
It was. I'm telling you,
it's word.
I had to come back to the city. Yeah. That's how I now came back to the city. You know, I had to make song for the streets. Nobody can stop street songs. Yeah. That's how I was able to tap in still. That's what brought about that my song Landlord and all that. You feel me? Because I was trying to make something for everybody.
Yeah.
Right?
I think it's really good that, you know, you bring this talk about people leaving the city because that's what has saved the game now.
Yeah, it saved the game, and you have to. I'm not trying to take all the credit though, but I'm telling you, like, that's what I try to impact in my younger brothers, right, from down my school tour. Because when I did my school tour, I called them, I told them, they said we don't have an industry back home. You feel me? I can get this person, I can get this person, I can get this person. But why I get this person when we can show these people what we can do? You feel me? I told them, yo, me myself, I'm the one doing the show. I believe I have enough clouds to bring out people. Then let's sell our own market. Let's show them what we can do. You can rap, he can rap. He raps different, you rap different. Let's just...
Because our industry suffered the most brain drain. And I mean, like, most people who travel, most artists make it in the East. Back in the day, they make it in the East. They go to Lagos to try to blow in Lagos. You blow in the East, you go to Lagos, you have to unblow, first of all, because you lose your Eastern market first, and you don't get the Lagos market. You try to get the Lagos market, you lose the grasp of it. Then when you try to come back to the Eastern market, one young kid has taken it to a whole new level. You can't catch up again. A lot of people were lost in this movement back and forth, this exodus.
You know, the crazy thing is they make it seem like staying back home wasn't cool. So when you talk about staying back home, they'll say, Slow Dog. Big shout out to Slow Dog, but it was crazy. People were waiting for 3 million naira shows. Slow Dog will go for, let me say, 1 million naira show, 1 million naira show, 1 million naira show. He can play on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? That's 3 million, right? But then you are waiting for a payment of 3 million and you haven't performed nowhere for like 8 months. So when they talk about slow dog, look at people like, these people are not really understanding this game. You feel me? So I had to jet back and do my thing. And then this whole thing started from around me, right? Because I had to make it clear to them, bro. I told them the same thing I told you. All their shows, everything is what? Here. Everybody that's on the scene right now that's popping, shout out all of them. But all of them are like my young niggas, and I always try to impact in them too. You understand? Not just like I'm their father or anything, but, you know, I was the person trapping that they could see. You feel me? And they could, you know, they know like maybe I can relate to their story and everything. And then I came to them still. I didn't look at them like they weren't doing nothing. Because when I went to these homies, when I went to school tour with them, you probably won't even sit with them. You feel me? But then I look at them, I be like, yo, bro, let's do this. If you perform this song, people have to know that we have this. And that impacted it in them, you feel me? And then Jericho, at first, it was hard for him to always go to Lagos. Because the first time I went to Lagos, we were in Lagos, he was asking me now, make we go back in, we say, how will they even stay for this Lagos, right? But then, that was 2020, I think, middle of 2020. Sorry, 2021 also. I don't know, he wasn't really fucking with the place like that. Fast forward, bro.
It's a whole different story.
It's a whole different story. But then he made it in the city. And then, because he made it in the city, it now made it obvious, like, yo, this thing I'm saying is true.
From here.
Yeah, for real.
It can happen from here.
So, you know, the people in Lagos now felt left out because this is something.
Now they're left out for sure.
Yeah, they couldn't control it because they were gatekeeping, bro. You know, they were gatekeeping. Like, they were gatekeeping. Our own people, they were gatekeeping. They were deciding who gets a play or not. Bro, if I tell you some things, you go crazy. I once paid an artist like 3 million naira, right? So he'll be on Slay Mama.
Remix?
Yeah, I just wanted to drop Slay Mama with the person.
The original, yeah.
Yes. I paid 3 million, right? And then that was in 2018, around March or so. Right? The guy waited for after a month and then he said he wouldn't do it. He sent the money back. Right?
Why?
I went through a lot of shit. Like, you're asking me why? That's the game P. I went through a lot of stuff. I paid many times at music stations, TV stations, you know, all this stuff.
And they won't play your records.
Yeah, they might just play it once and all. You know, like
I remember that era.
Yeah, so like they pushed me out of the game. All those companies that used to fuck with me, you know, they stopped talking to me. You know, Guinness, I was cool. Like Guinness were fucking with me. You know, they liked my stuff. They were always giving me shows. Or like lots of them, they just made sure to blackball me. You feel me? And then somebody now told me that Burna Boy said if he see me, we're going to have a problem. That he used to like me because that nigga would really pull up on me in the house. Like, you know. One time, if you went to Canada, he would pull up on me. You know that machine called Banshee? All this Banshee with 4-wheelers. He pull up on me. Like, that was the first time I smoked loud. Like, we have a picture where we snapped by the wall. He always pull up on me. And then there was a time one guy fucked up, you know. I was ready to put in work. Like, for real, but like, for real.
Word to mother, my nigga.
He saw me, was like, yo, you know. So I started fucking with all these people.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Man, I believe like man, the stars were still aligned. You know.
No, the stars are aligned. The thing is, this just like you were saying something. I was the one that actually declined from the music. I just kind of backed out from the music, like, you know, but I was still in the scene because I was always behind the scene with SWAGZ, Jerick, you know, all my young niggas who go, you know, Muek.
Yeah.
Shout out to Muek. Muek is a star. You feel me? So like all these young men, I have a way of connecting with anybody that's dope. I just don't. I'm not friendly. Recently, I've been the most friendly I've been from last year, I think, or last 2 years. I'm not friendly. I'm not social. I don't even make friends. You feel me? But then, if you are special, if you have something in you, we can be friends. It's not about the money. You can have money. I don't give a fuck about you. But then I listen to people with soul, people that are hungry, and somebody that you can call. You know, most of these boys, I don't like, you know, talking about people saying their names and all that. You know, most of them, when they come to me, you see that they are trying to sound like me. Then I'll be like, yo, you don't have to be like this. What about we do it like this? What about we do it like this? Iblis asked me this question one time like that. He said, how are you able to do this? I heard that you do this. Somebody said you're the one that told him to rap like this and start rapping like this and stop rapping like this. How am I able to? You know, he was trying to know. You know, he was telling me, yo, you have something. You have to harness it. You do with everything. So I just have it. You know, when I see somebody that's going to be something in what he's doing.
No, I mean, you stepped away from the game. You were still active behind the scene. I think that the period while you were active behind the scene was also a blessing to the game.
Yeah, it's a blessing to the game.
Yeah, because I think you're able to put a lot of young niggas on who were not blackballed like you.
Who were not blackballed. And then again, remember when I told you about Jerick, right? When I told you something, I said, remember when 50 Cent was about to drop? Yeah. Remember that conversation we had, right? Yeah. When 50 Cent was about to drop, Jay-Z ran back to his label and told everybody 50 Cent is coming. Drop everything you have to drop. No. Remember when I came to you, I told you Jerick is coming.
Yeah, you said
if I'm all these people, they should drop everything because the tape was ready.
You did.
We were working on the tape back to back. So when the tape was ready,
just before the Hood Boy Dream tape.
Yes. When like if you listen to the Hood Boy Dream tape from one to finish, from you know now the sound is normal, bro. Yeah. The sound is normal. But when that shit came, it wasn't
different, man.
Most rappers that are now saying Jerick's biggest, his OG and the biggest fan. Whoa. They are the same people I sent Jerick stuff to post when Jerick did cover of their songs and say this boy is whack. You know this type of shit. When Jerick dropped Footboy Dreams, I told some of these rappers, post for me now. He tell me, say, fast forward, bro, this shit was fucking the city or fucking everywhere. Next thing I came shamelessly to somebody's page. I saw that he posted it and said, this is my favorite album right now.
Same person.
Bro, I was playing this. He would tell me, bro, you are the one deceiving these boys. Yeah, man, Hajagu, this kind of song is because this is your kind of song. You just want them to be following your footsteps. You are deceiving them. I tell these niggas, bro, this shit is the future of the game.
It's gonna pop.
This is what the game is about. The game can be about trapping, and then we're in Nigeria rapping like Notorious B.I.G. We're in Enugu rapping like Notorious B.I.G. That was what the game was about then. You feel me? And then I like niggas that listen because there are people that didn't listen. Yeah. I can name them. People I told them, you know, I was like, yo, I'm not putting out music for now, but I'm with you. Let's do this. Let's do that. You feel me? I stood outside the club one day in 2019 and talked to one boy from around 3 to 5 a.m. telling him to go and become friends with CEO. You feel me? I don't want to call the young man's name. He knows himself, and I've told you about him. Bro, I talked to this guy because my guy was the one sponsoring him. I said, go and become friends. When you want to grow in life, you become friends with people that are
already being successful on their way up.
Yes, or people that have the same hunger, people that you can, you understand, even if you are not gingered enough to move out there, you be following that. Yes, I said, bro, follow this nigga. He said, okay, bro. I now told Jerick do a collabo with this nigga. Jerick did a collabo with him, right? And then went. That nigga was still from me for Jerick. This was in 2019. I'm telling you, 2019. You understand? 2020 was Boy Dream, May 6th, right? See all the time this young man had from around April 2019
to be friends with Jerick.
And
you build a relationship.
And if I said, like, I put Jerick on my first tape, right? I put Jerick on my first tape. I could have put that young man too, but he wasn't serious. That was when I knew he wasn't serious. You feel me? Now, when Jerick came into this tape, there was B-Shine. Do you remember B-Shine?
Yeah, B-Shine. He was a kid at the time.
Yes.
Kid rapper. Amazing guy.
Yeah, B-Shine, he raps, but then I always told his mom, I told his brother, his people, don't let him go to school outside of Enugu because he was already building a momentum.
Yeah, he lost grasp of the market.
He now went to school in Abia State and totally. But I believe him, though he's still young, he can still get it. You know what I'm saying?
I think he will get his time.
He can still get it. So you feel me? A lot of things are going on. See Aguero, he's putting on for the city too now.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Hard.
So that's the part the route the game went to.
Let me ask you, yeah, like who are your top 3 rappers, Enugu rappers at the moment?
Top 3 Enugu rappers at the moment.
Aside from yourself.
Okay, because I wanted to say Quincy.
No, fuck Quincy for now, man. Not Quincy.
I ain't nobody touching this mic.
Yeah. Facts.
Okay. My best Coast City rappers right now.
Yeah.
Based on how the game is.
Yeah.
Like people I listen to and I feel like.
Yeah, hard.
You know what you could have said? You could have said apart from myself and Jerry.
Because you and Jerick. Yeah, no. I mean, I'm not putting Jerick in that bracket.
Yeah, you know I'll call Jerick.
No, I won't put Jerick in that bracket right now.
You know I'll call Jerick. Right?
No, don't call Jerick.
But normally now, you know, if you ask me, I'll say Jerick.
Yes.
You know, normally now, what I would have answered if I asked that question was what?
Jerick.
But now let's remove Jerick from the conversation. So who's the dopest person, right? The person I listen to comfortably now is Evadoli.
Evadoli, yeah, it's hard. That kid is the truth.
I fuck with Evadoli, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and then just like I'm talking about energy too. Why I talked about Evadoli first? Why he was the first name I called is this. Evadoli, like, you know, he's always in my DM telling me, you know, how much respect he has for me and how much he's learned to love from me and all that.
Yeah.
So I now found out he was Hugo's friend. So when we now linked up, right? When we now linked up, he was always talking, you know, he's very humble and hardworking too. He's very humble and hardworking. So I just told him, like, you know, everybody's nice, everybody's rapping, everybody's drilling. You know, you just have to diversify and then outwork everybody, bro. Not about, bro, I said since I told Doe to outwork everybody, like, he's been crazy.
And there was a year he had the most features.
Bro,
like
he said there was a year, though he's still on a feature run.
Yeah.
Most of those young men, you know, most of these boys, they just do song and they keep it.
Yeah.
So he said, Evadoli for me, #1 rapper.
Who else?
You know, all these other guys, they just sound too basic. You know, but then Aguero is doing his thing.
Yeah.
Aguero is doing his thing. Aguero is doing his thing. Like, you know, he's doing his thing. So how many? You say top 5?
3, just 3. Yeah.
Okay, so Evadoli, Aguero Banks. Who else? I'm trying to know who else raps in this city though. Who else do I listen to his line? Yo, nobody raps better than Roxy.
Roxy Vulcan.
Yeah, that's surely.
Yeah.
Sure.
Roxy's hard.
Yeah, shout out Roxy Vulcan.
Roxy's hard.
And business, you feel me?
Yeah.
Roxy's, you know, I called 2 guys there. Roxy's too hard.
Yeah.
Because she can rap and she can sing. You feel me? So
Tough. So now, I mean, you took some time away from the game.
Yeah.
And now you're stepping back in, obviously.
Yeah.
First off, you said, listen to this while you wait. So we started to know the wait is, you know, it's coming to an end. I said, sorry for the wait. Sorry for the wait drops this year. Earlier in the year, it's doing so well, you know, right now.
Yeah.
You know, feel blessed to have been featured on that project.
Yeah, me and you, we did a song on that project.
Yeah, we did.
You remember the name of the title of the song?
Should we talk about it?
Yeah.
What?
Which song we had?
Which one is that?
Which song me and you do?
The 3 song.
What will be the title of the song me and you do now?
Na 3 song, but na song.
3 song. Na him now. You don't forget the song.
He did, I did again.
Too hard though.
Wicked, bro.
Go play on Monday.
Smoky hard.
Go play on Monday. If you go in the yard, you play.
Well, I have the great studio times with Quincy. But I know you have the album on the way.
Yeah, I have an album on the way. I'm just trying to be putting out records. It's just that I haven't really, you know, like I'm back to it now though.
Yeah.
You feel me? But then I won't tell you like I'm just as hungry as I was, because you know I already found my way. You know, Because once you find what's missing in your life, that's the most important part.
Yeah.
Remember, I told you this around 2020. I told you I'm focusing on other things.
Yeah,
you know?
not music.
Yeah, for real. So that was it. I always still like this shit. So
Are you focusing on music now?
Yeah, I'm focusing on music now. I'm working on my album. My album, Quincy, the Yellow Tape, right? That might not even be my main album though, but I'm trying to put out a pen tape. I have a pen tape. I have some singles that I want to put out. I have lots of things to put out, bro.
Yeah. When you say pain tape, that's like a tape where you record your pain
Yeah,
on.
yeah. You know we don't make pain music around
Yeah.
here. You feel me? Nobody's trying to show their vulnerability.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, but me, like, you know, they say fake gangsters always claim to be gangsters. Why real gangsters always try not to be so gangster? You feel me? So like me, everybody knows I'm so gangster with it, you know.
Yeah.
But then I can still show my vulnerability.
That's the
You
beauty
feel
of
me?
art.
Yeah. That's the beauty of art. And then you know when I make music like that, I'm not just making it for myself. Because most times I sing the song like maybe I'm complaining or maybe I'm saying what I'm going through. Because the next person that's listening to it, if that's what they're going through, that's how he'll be understanding it. It won't be as if I'm talking about me.
Yourself,
It will
yeah.
now be about the person listening to it when he's singing it.
Then they connect
Yes.
with the music.
Yeah, for real. That's why I make it like that.
Man, I'm super gassed about your coming tape and your coming album. Super excited for you. And I must say, it's been a blessing having this conversation with you, Quincy.
For real, bro.
We should do this a lot more conversations.
Plenty, like lots of days, bro. Like I feel like we didn't even do nothing, right?
Yeah.
But then you know, sometimes I'll still come and be co-hosting with you now, because this is our show.
Yeah, you know about that, my
This is our
G.
show. You feel me?
Good to know, brother.
So we still have a lot to talk about.
Good to know.
you know.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great conversation with Quincy, my brother, my friend, super artist, a legend in the game. You could say an icon as is. I mean, he's still a young OG holding it down, and he shared his story with us. It's been a great experience, just going through that story with Quincy. And that's how we come to the end of the debut episode. Bless up for joining this channel. Big shout out to 144P Studios. It's King Swags TV. They call me King Swags, party animal #1. I've got more episodes coming with other artists, and I'm super excited with the kind of artists I've got lined up for this podcast. It's time for us to tell our own stories, and I'd advise that you do follow the channel, subscribe, hit the like button, comment, go crazy, tell a friend to tell a friend. Jiggy Daddy says so. Peace.
Damn, Ice Beats, you too lit.
Me don't know see man a legend,